Pixel 10a. Cool color, right? The blue is always nice. That blue Pixel 10 is nice. They brought that same blue to the 9A series. But that berry red, ooh, looks very nice. Now, I'm here on the Google Play Store. Check your emails. Google sent out emails. I haven't got one yet. I got one for the Pixel 10 mad late. I'm talking about like a month or two late. Google sending out, I think, $150 off. I'm checking right now. I think Google sent out $150 off coupons or promo codes for this Pixel 10a series. Check your email. It looks like mine is not there. Anyways, yep. No, it's not. But you get a let's see, $100 off store credit. So if you have if you can see it down here at the bottom, it says from 284 with available trade-in. Yeah, now we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm just going to go through the trade-in process here. Looks like you do have some good, decent discounts. They are touting 30 hours of battery life on this thing. Now, what are the trade-ins? Do they have any good trade-ins? Let's see, pre-order. And what storage variants? So they have a 256 and 128. There's a lavender color, berry, fog, and obsidian, which is black. What does this fog look like? Where's my... Why does this keep on jumping on me? There we go. Yeah, it's like a mint green. Doesn't look too bad, right? 128 for $499, 256 for $599. Now, I'm actually not mad that they have the last year's CPU in there, because actually it performs better than the current G5, Tensor G5 that's in the Pixel 10 series. So actually it's not a bad thing at all, right? Should get phenomenal battery life, performs better than the 10 series. In fact, this might score better. The 10A might score better on benchmark testing than the Pixel 10 or 10 Pro. I'm not even joking. Like, in fact, I would love to know the benchmark scores for this to see if it does beat out its bigger siblings. It might be embarrassing, honestly. Maybe Google played with the CPU a bit, but so if you want it, look, it's no surprise. There's no standouts here. Let's jump into the specifications. Do we see anything on here that looks different from last time? Gorilla Glass 7i, aluminum frame. Anything different? It's got the POLED, peak brightness 3000 nits. I really don't see much. 8 gigs of RAM. They did not jump to 12. Let's see here. 13 megapixel front facing selfie sensor, 48 megapixel rear sensor, a sensor, 13 megapixel ultra wide on the back as well. So it is what it is, right? It's a Pixel. You've seen one, you've seen them all. That's not throwing shade on it. It's gonna, if this interest, look, I've purchased many A series. I have my family on the Pixel A, not my immediate family. Well, my parents and or grandparents all have Pixel A series. So it kind of tells you, you know, it's for somebody that just wants a phone that they don't have to worry about for years to come. They're going to get it updated once a month for 7 years, and it'll do everything a phone is supposed to do, right? I would not get it if you play games and or edit videos, but obviously there's better choices if you're interested in that. But it is what it is, right? It's a Pixel A series. It's a nice performing basic smartphone. That's basically what I call it. A basic smartphone, right? Nothing special. Not gonna blow the socks off. The color looks cool, but they had to throw some crazy colors on it to get people's interest, right? So let's look into this. Speaking of the 10A, before we move on, this is a question that I was waiting on the Pixel 10A to be released to see if they were going to put the battery health assistant feature on the 10A and or any newer smartphones moving forward from Google. Remember, after 200 charging cycles, I've been keeping an eye on mine. I'm keeping a close eye on it because it was charging slow today. I'm on charge like 201, and I'm going to keep a really, really close eye on it over the next day or two to see if the charging is cut in half, because that's exactly what they're going to do with this Pixel 10a. It is not an option. It is once again mandatory on the new Pixel 10a. Google Battery Health Assistant feature, where over 200 charging cycles roughly comes out to about 6 months. They're going to cut your charging speeds in half, and they're going to cap your battery capacity at 80%. Now, they need to make this optional, but they have not. It's mandatory. So that's one thing we were wondering. Are they going to continually do this on each and every release? So far, that's what they're doing. So interesting. And of course, down the line, a year from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, they can go back in and make it optional, right, with a simple software update. But still, I'm not touched. Look, I'm really going to be upset if they continue this trend and put it on the Pixel 11. At some point, I'm just going to stop buying them, because once I hit that 200 charging cycle limit, I'm probably going to think about getting rid of it, right? So I'll have a Pixel for the first 6 months of the year, and then for the next 6 months, I'll have something else. And then when the new ones come out, I guess get the new one and have for 6 months, 200 charging cycles, and then get rid of that. So it sucks that we're at this point. At some point down the road, I may just say, screw it, I'm not going to do that anymore. We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. But it is mandatory on this 10A. After 200 charging cycles, your charging speed is cut in half. Batteries capped at 80%.